Hi, it's Mike Hayes with Unique Marketing and Sundry Design, and I wanted to take a second just to kind of clear up a little confusion out there. When we visit local business owners here on Hilton Head, there's a lot of questions pointed to us about what is, we hear web identity, we're reading about web identity, and they're not quite sure what it means. So I'm going to go ahead and clear that up for you right now. Most of the people think web identity just involves your website. You build a fancy website, you put some nice pictures on there, visitors come to your website and you think, wow, okay, I've got web identity. But actually, you don't have web identity. You have a pretty website with a few visitors coming to it. We're going to go ahead and draw out a little schematic here in terms of what web identity is. So you have your website. The first step that you want to do if you want to optimize your website is tie it in with external search engines. Obviously the big three are Google, Yahoo, and Bing. And there's about probably 2,000 to 3,000 other search engines that you can actually submit your URL or your website to. But first, if you start with the place page of Google, move over to Yahoo, and finish with Bing, you're probably doing about 85% more than all the other local businesses in your area. Once you've completed that task, and that's pretty strong right there, you want to now move down to your directories. And what is a directory? Well, just like it sounds. If you take the phone book, for example, the Yellow Pages phone book, that's a directory of local businesses. Now let's move online. There's Merchant Circle, there's City Search, Local.com, Localese. There's a lot of directories online that are more than happy to feature you. And there's also another one, HiltonHeadCommerce.com, and that's a local directory. They're happy to feature your business so people can find you. But what happens, which is great, is once you get featured on these directories, that's an immediate backlink back to your website, giving you that search engine juice or support. Once you've completed that task, now you're probably in the top 3% of local businesses in your area. Well, let's go ahead and increase that a little more. Now we have citations. What is a citation? It's not something you get from the cops when you have a speeding ticket. A citation is basically your core information, such as your business name, your address, your telephone number, and sometimes an email. But there's different sites and different locations online that you can actually have a citation. You can post it on there. So now we're going to do that. There's 18 to 25 local directories that is considered a strong citation for your area. And when you've completed that task, now you're in the 2% of local businesses in your area. What if you added one more element to support your website, your pretty website that you had originally, and that is now introducing social media. Social media is an area where people gather and they have a conversation about things. What do you want them to do? You want them to talk about your business, your service, and your products. So now we're going to get you registered, or you want to register on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Those are the top three. But there's also about 100 or so social media websites where you can register your business, build out your pages explaining what your services are, what your products are, and now what happens? Now you've taken all four of these elements online and you've given all that support back to your website. Now I want to clear one other thing up. Most people think when they have a website and it's pretty and it's fancy and it has the photos on there, you're done. But basically your website should actually be two websites. And what I mean by that is if someone's viewing your website on a PC or laptop, it looks pretty with your pictures on there and everything's fine. But now, since about 85% of the searches are done on mobile devices, such as mobile phones, you want to have a mobile website as well. So now you have two websites, the same URL, it's just a little code in the background that tells the user which site they're actually going to go to. But in terms of the search engines, the directories, the citations, and the social media, it only recognizes one. So that's where it gets really simple. Make sure you're definitely optimized for the viewing on mobile, and I've probably already figured that you're taken care of on the PC. Now I know we've covered a lot of information in this video, but we've simplified it because we have some offers right now, some value pack offers that are going to help get your business started. If you feel like you're a little bit behind on some of the information that we went over today, please contact us because we're here to help you. Thanks, and hopefully you enjoyed this video.